Have you ever noticed how the world looks completely different at night compared to the day? During the daytime, everything feels sharp, vibrant, and easy to process. But when the sun goes down, many people suddenly find themselves squinting, missing details, or feeling uneasy when they try to move around. And for seniors, this problem can become much more than an inconvenience. It can actually change how they live their lives. I hear stories from older adults all the time. One person told me that she stopped attending evening gatherings with her friends simply because she was too nervous to drive home after dark. Another said he tripped on the last step of his staircase at night, something he had walked past thousands of times before. For others, it's the constant feeling that their eyes just don't keep up anymore when lights dim. The truth is, these aren't isolated experiences. As we age, our vision naturally shifts, and one of the first things to fade is our ability to see clearly in low-light environments. This isn't just in your head. It's backed by science. The cells in the retina, the delicate tissue at the back of your eye, slowly lose efficiency. Contrast fades. Reaction times slow. Inflammation builds. And, frustratingly, many people don't even realize how much their eyesight has slipped until something goes wrong, like a fall or a frightening near accident at night. But here's the part almost nobody talks about: your eyes actually do most of their healing and repair while you sleep. Just like your muscles recover after exercise and your brain resets while you dream, your eyes are working behind the scenes each night. The problem? If they don't have the right nutrients available during that repair window, the healing is slower and less effective. That's where omega-3 fatty acids come into play. Now, you've probably heard about omega-3s before, usually in the context of heart health or brain function. But did you know that these healthy fats are absolutely essential for your eyes, too? They are not just a small side benefit. They are actually structural building blocks of your retina. Think of omega-3s as the repair material your eyes crave when they are trying to restore themselves at night. Without them, it's like trying to patch a roof with no shingles. The structure just can't hold. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, support the tear film that keeps your eyes moist, and even help regenerate damaged photoreceptor cells, the very cells responsible for turning light into vision. And when you give your body these nutrients at night, you're essentially handing your eyes the exact tools they need at the exact moment they are working hardest to restore themselves. So in this video, we're going to look at 4 natural foods, all rich in omega-3s, that can make a powerful difference for your night vision and overall eye health. These aren't exotic supplements or complicated meal plans, they are everyday foods you can easily add to your evening routine. But before we dive into the list, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. James Porter, and on this channel, I share natural, down-to-earth ways you can protect your health, maintain independence, and enjoy life without relying on endless prescriptions or quick-fix gimmicks. If that sounds valuable to you, make sure to subscribe, because I've got plenty more practical tips coming your way. Alright, let's get started. Food number 1, salmon, the gold standard for eye health. When it comes to omega-3s, nothing beats salmon. Now, most people know salmon as a heart-healthy food, but far fewer realize just how important it is for your eyes. Salmon is rich in 2 specific types of omega-3 fatty acids, EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. These aren't just generic, healthy fats. They are the actual components that make up the retina itself. DHA, in particular, is critical. It makes up the majority of the omega-3s in your eye tissue. Without enough DHA, the cells in your retina can become stiff, sluggish, and vulnerable to damage from oxidative stress and aging. EPA, meanwhile, has powerful anti-inflammatory properties, helping to calm down the silent inflammation that eats away at vision over time. To put it in simple terms, eating salmon is like giving your retinas fresh building blocks to rebuild themselves every night. Let me give you a real example. One of my patients, George, age 68, had started avoiding driving after dark. He said the glare from headlights felt overwhelming, and road signs were impossible to read. He worried it was the beginning of the end of his independence. Instead of putting him on medications, I suggested he simply add salmon to his dinner twice a week. 6 weeks later, George came back and told me, "Doc, it feels like someone turned up the brightness on the world." That's the power of omega-3s in action. And George isn't an exception. A review published in the journal Nutrients looked at over 20 studies and confirmed that DHA and EPA consistently improve retinal function and even slow the progression of age-related vision decline. Plus, salmon has an added bonus: it contains astaxanthin, the red-orange pigment that gives the fish its color. Astaxanthin is a potent antioxidant that specifically protects eye tissue from oxidative stress, which is one of the biggest culprits behind night vision problems in older adults. So how do you make this practical? Aim to eat wild-caught salmon, especially sockeye or Alaskan varieties, 2 to 3 times per week. It doesn't matter whether you grill, bake, or steam it. The key is consistency. Eating salmon at dinner allows your body to absorb the omega-3s and deliver them to your eyes right when they are doing their nightly repair work. And don't worry if you're not a fish lover, because we've got 3 more powerful foods coming up that don't taste like seafood at all. If salmon is their gold standard for omega-3s, walnuts are the everyday hero. Think about it: you don't need to cook them, you don't need to prepare a recipe, you just grab a handful and go. That simplicity makes walnuts one of the easiest ways to consistently give your eyes what they need. Walnuts are especially rich in alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, which is a plant-based omega-3. While ALA isn't identical to the DHA and EPA found in salmon, your body can convert a portion of it into those more active forms. And here's what makes walnuts special: they are also packed with vitamin E, an antioxidant that shields your eyes from oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is like rust on your cells. Over time, it weakens the very structures that allow you to see clearly. Vitamin E, along with omega-3s, forms a kind of protective barrier, slowing down that damage and helping your eyes stay younger for longer. I once had a patient, Martha, in her early 70s, who told me she was constantly waking up with dry, irritated eyes. She had tried artificial tears, gels, and even prescription drops, but nothing gave lasting relief. I asked her to add a small bowl of walnuts to her evening snack, about 1 ounce a day. A few months later, she returned smiling, saying, "It feels like my eyes finally stopped itching all the time." That small shift made her evenings more comfortable and her mornings brighter. And here's the science behind it. Studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that regular nut consumption is linked to reduced risk of age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of blindness in older adults. Just imagine, something as simple as a handful of walnuts each night could be acting like a shield for your future vision. The best way to add walnuts: keep a jar of them in your kitchen or even by your bedside. A quick snack before bed not only satisfies hunger but also delivers those omega-3s right before your eyes enter repair mode during sleep. Food number 3, flax seeds, tiny seeds with big benefits. At first glance, flax seeds look unimpressive. They are small, brown, and a little plain. But inside, they are bursting with omega-3s, fiber, and antioxidants. In fact, flax seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of ALA. And while they may not look powerful, they absolutely are. Here's why flax seeds are so important. As we get older, one of the most common issues people report is dry eyes. When your tear film isn't strong enough, your eyes feel gritty, itchy, or constantly watery. Flax seeds help restore balance to your tear film, which means more comfort, less irritation, and sharper vision. Let me share a quick story. David, a retired teacher, told me he had stopped reading books at night because his eyes would burn after just 10 minutes. His daughter suggested adding ground flax seeds to his morning oatmeal. Within weeks, David noticed he could read for longer without discomfort. Eventually, he returned to enjoying his nightly novels, something he thought he'd lost forever. The key to flax seeds is preparation. Whole seeds can pass through your digestive system without breaking down, so it's best to grind them fresh. A tablespoon of ground flax seeds stirred into yogurt, oatmeal, or even a smoothie is enough to make a difference. And remember, when you consume them regularly, you're giving your eyes the exact oils they need to stay lubricated and comfortable. Science backs this up. Research in the journal Cornea found that flaxseed supplementation reduced dry eye symptoms significantly in just a few weeks. Imagine that, such a small change, such a big relief. Food number 4, chia seeds, the omega-3 superfood you can sprinkle anywhere. Our fourth food may surprise you, chia seeds. These tiny black and white seeds were once a staple in ancient civilizations, and today they've become a modern superfood for good reason. Gram for gram, chia seeds contain more omega-3s than salmon. Yes, you heard that right. Of course, just like flax seeds, the omega-3s in chia seeds are primarily ALA. But combined with their incredible fiber and antioxidant content, they provide a wide range of benefits for your overall eye health. They support hydration, stabilize blood sugar, which is crucial for protecting tiny blood vessels in your eyes, and reduce inflammation. I remember a woman named Claire who struggled with blurry vision in the evenings, especially when using her tablet. Her grandson suggested she try chia pudding, just chia seeds soaked overnight in almond milk with a bit of fruit. She laughed at the strange texture at first, but after a few weeks, she admitted her eyes didn't feel as strained in the evenings. The combination of hydration and omega-3s gave her vision a noticeable boost. The best part? Chia seeds are so versatile. You can sprinkle them on salads, mix them into baked goods, or stir them into drinks. They form a gel-like texture when soaked, which also helps keep you full longer, a nice bonus for overall health. Why timing matters, eating omega-3s at night. Now that we've covered salmon, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds, let's talk about timing. Many people ask, does it really matter when I eat these foods? And the answer is yes. Your body's circadian rhythm, your internal clock, doesn't just control your sleep-wake cycle. It also regulates how your organs, including your eyes, perform repair and maintenance. During the night, while you sleep, your eyes are actively clearing waste, repairing damaged cells, and restoring the tear film. If omega-3s are available in your bloodstream during this period, your eyes can use them right away. That means a simple choice, like eating salmon for dinner or adding chia seeds to your evening snack, could maximize the benefits for your night vision. It's not just about what you eat, it's also about when you eat it. Putting it all together. So let's recap. Salmon gives you DHA and EPA, the building blocks of your retina. Walnuts provide ALA and vitamin E, protecting against oxidative stress. Flax seeds soothe dry eyes by supporting your tear film. Chia seeds deliver a plant-based omega-3 powerhouse that's easy to use daily. Each of these foods is powerful on its own. But when combined, they create a nutritional safety net for your eyes. They reduce inflammation, support repair during sleep, and give your vision the best chance to stay sharp, even as you age. Remember, vision loss doesn't have to be inevitable. By making small, consistent choices each day, like what you eat in the evening, you can protect one of your most valuable senses. Food number 5, spinach and leafy greens, the natural sunglasses for your eyes. When people think about eye health, they often jump straight to carrots. And yes, carrots are helpful. But if you want real power for aging eyes, you need to look at dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and collard greens. These greens are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids that act like internal sunglasses. They filter out harmful high-energy blue light, the same kind of light that comes from both the sun and modern devices like phones and tablets. As we age, our eyes become more sensitive to glare, and bright lights can feel almost painful. That's where these pigments come in. I had a patient named George, a retired mechanic in his late 60s, who complained that night driving had become impossible for him. Every pair of headlights felt like a spotlight blinding him. His diet had very little fresh produce. I encouraged him to start adding spinach salads to his dinners, just 3 to 4 times a week. 6 months later, George told me, "Doc, I can actually drive again at night without feeling like I'm staring into the sun." That change gave him back independence he thought was gone forever. Scientific studies confirm this. A large clinical trial, the REDS-2 study, found that people who consumed lutein and zeaxanthin regularly had a significantly lower risk of developing advanced macular degeneration. So yes, something as simple as a spinach salad can literally keep your eyes functioning longer. Food number 6, eggs, a surprising source of eye nutrition. Eggs don't always get the spotlight in conversations about eye health, but they should. The yolk is loaded with lutein, zeaxanthin, and zinc, 3 nutrients your retina craves. Here's why eggs matter. Zinc is critical for transporting vitamin A from the liver to the retina. Without enough zinc, vitamin A can't reach the part of the eye responsible for low-light vision. That's why older adults who are deficient in zinc often struggle with night blindness. I remember Mary, a grandmother in her early 70s, who came to me complaining she couldn't see well when her grandkids asked her to read bedtime stories in the dim light of a night lamp. I suggested she eat 2 boiled eggs every other morning with her breakfast. A few months later, she returned with a huge smile. "I can finally read them their stories again without fumbling for brighter lamps," she said. Eggs are also affordable, easy to prepare, and versatile, scrambled, boiled, or in an omelette with spinach. That combination of greens and eggs creates a nutrient-packed meal for your eyes. Food number 7, citrus fruits, vitamin C for collagen and clarity. Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, and lemons do more than refresh your taste buds. They provide vitamin C, which supports the collagen in your cornea and helps maintain clear, strong eye structures. As we age, collagen production naturally decreases. This can lead to weaker connective tissues and contribute to clouding of the lens. Vitamin C acts as a support system, slowing down this decline. I'll share a quick story. Thomas, a 65-year-old avid gardener, noticed his vision becoming cloudy, especially in bright sunlight. He started eating half a grapefruit with his breakfast each morning. Over time, not only did he feel more energized, but his eye doctor noticed less progression in his lens clouding compared to his previous checkups. The best part: vitamin C works in synergy with other antioxidants, like vitamin E from walnuts. Together, they create a stronger defense line against oxidative stress. Food number 8, carrots and sweet potatoes, the classic vitamin A boost. We can't talk about eye health without addressing vitamin A. Carrots and sweet potatoes are classic sources of beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for the production of rhodopsin, a pigment in your retina that allows you to see in low light. Without enough vitamin A, even small amounts of light can feel insufficient, leading to night blindness. In fact, vitamin A deficiency is still one of the leading causes of preventable blindness worldwide. Adding roasted sweet potatoes or carrot soup to your weekly meals is an easy way to ensure you're getting enough of this vital nutrient. Bringing it all together, the vision-protecting diet. Now, let's pause for a moment and reflect. We've covered salmon, walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, spinach, eggs, citrus fruits, and carrots. Each food plays its own role, but together, they form a complete toolkit for protecting your vision. This isn't about overhauling your entire diet overnight. It's about making small, sustainable changes. A salmon dinner twice a week. A handful of walnuts in the evening. Ground flax seeds in your morning oatmeal. A spinach and egg omelette for breakfast. An orange as an afternoon snack. A sweet potato with dinner. Step by step, meal by meal, these choices add up. Practical tips for seniors. Consistency is key. It's better to eat small amounts of these foods regularly than to consume a lot once in a while. Pair foods wisely. For example, lutein and zeaxanthin from spinach are fat-soluble, so they are absorbed better when eaten with a healthy fat like olive oil or egg yolk. Stay hydrated. Omega-3s work best when your body is well hydrated. Water supports tear production and reduces dryness. Combine diet with lifestyle, along with nutrition. Remember the basics: wear sunglasses outdoors, get regular eye checkups, and avoid smoking. Final story: the power of simple habits. Let me end with a story that illustrates just how powerful these changes can be. Eleanor, 74, came to me worried she would lose her independence. She had begun to struggle with reading, driving, and even recognizing faces. Instead of overwhelming her with supplements or treatments, I gave her one simple assignment: add at least one eye-healthy food to every meal. For breakfast, she chose eggs and spinach. For lunch, an orange. For dinner, salmon with sweet potatoes. Over time, she began to notice her vision stabilizing. More importantly, she felt empowered. She realized that her daily choices mattered, and that she wasn't helpless against aging eyes. 6 months later, Eleanor told me something I'll never forget. I feel like I'm aging, but my eyes, they feel younger. That's the gift these foods offer, not just sharper sight, but also the confidence that comes with taking control of your health. Closing thoughts. So here's the bottom line, your vision doesn't have to fade quietly with age. With the right foods, the right habits, and a little consistency, you can support your eyes every single day. Whether it's omega-3s from salmon, antioxidants from citrus, or carotenoids from greens, these nutrients work together like a team to protect and restore. Start tonight. Choose one food from this list and make it part of your dinner or evening snack. Your future self, the one still reading books, recognizing loved ones, and enjoying sunsets, will thank you.